My brother laughed and said, "This is all because of you." I didn't respond. I simply placed the file on the table. Everyone fell silent. No one opened the file. But they all knew what was inside. I closed the door behind me and walked out. That was the day life taught me a new lesson. A lesson that had been in front of my eyes for a long time, but I hadn't recognized it. It was as if all those moments when I lived as an ordinary person had now changed. The view from my bedroom window was the same. The blue sky, the trees swaying, and the cold breeze touching my face just like it always had. But that view no longer brought me peace. I lived in a small town where people's problems were simple. The town was Willow Creek, a place so far from the world. Life here was uncomplicated, but this simple town had now become the center of my story. I remember my little house where we were always short on money. My husband, Jack, was always busy with his work. And then the kids, Jenny and Tom. Their school fees, the rent, and Jack's debts. Everything felt like a never-ending race. I had never truly faced the truth in my life. The truth that was far more bitter than the visible reality. And then came the moment when my brother, Edward, placed that file in front of me. Edward's tone was always different from what his close ones used. He had this playful or condescending way, and today he handed me that file like an innocent child handing over a doll. "This is all because of you." I understood his words deeply. Yes, it was because of me. I had tried to speak the truth. I had gathered the courage to bring everything to light. But that truth, that huge truth I had hidden inside, had torn my family apart. "This is all because of you." It wasn't just a sentence. It was the pain I had buried deep in my heart. Why? Because I knew that if I opened it, if I revealed this secret, those true moments that once felt like love would now turn to hate. Anyway, by that point I wasn't in a position to stay in that house. Jack, my husband, the one I always relied on for support, had now become someone who only saw his own concerns in life. "We need money and you're only worried about that job," Jack said one day, looking at me angrily. "Why? Don't you care? Why did you hide the truth from me?" His anger, his face, and the horror of that moment are still etched in my mind. But I listened to him quietly. One day the time came when I had to talk to myself. The anger, the pain that had been in this family was inside me too. What I did was an extraordinary step. I stood alone in the town's central park, where we used to gather as a family. Today I was there alone. Broken, silent, and helpless. Jack, Edward, and the others had all learned the things I had kept hidden. The truth, the pain. But I didn't break. The strength inside me, the one I had never let out, was now ready to speak. This was the reality of America, where the burden of everyday life is felt every single day. Where a woman hides her debts, conceals her struggles, and moves forward through nothing but her own efforts. "This is all because of you," Edward's words echoed inside me. But now I knew that this was the time for change, and I was ready to embrace it on my own terms. This wasn't a story to look back on. This was a story of moving forward, where justice comes only through hard work, not the glow of any dream. The story ended with truth, the truth we all hide somewhere deep inside, the truth we must eventually bring to light. I took steady steps forward. If this story resonated with you, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to share more powerful and relatable stories. Thank you for being here and for joining me on this journey. Stay tuned for more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.